Hello, and welcome to his channel for his video, but he's too engrossed right now
Cook TV!
in playing...
Basically, my internet has gone down, so I'm currently playing the dinosaur game. Tom, please please tell our viewers what we're going to be playing, discussing today, not playing. And stop eating on my channel!
Stop playing video games on your channel. For now,
Okay, carry on.
we will be discussing who we would like to have for President
Of America! Okay, so who do you want?
I'm torn.
Between?
I'm really torn between Martin O'Malley and Bernie Sanders.
Why? Why Sanders, first of all?
Why Sanders? I agree with his economic positions, although I don't think he goes far enough. And Sanders and Martin O'Malley pretty much have very similar, if not the identical, economic positions. The only thing that basically Sanders goes slightly further to the left, and but the only thing I disagree with Sanders on is gun control.
Explain, darling.
He's not exactly the most for gun control. He doesn't like gun control, basically. He wants less restrictions on those who used to hunt, but I want more restrictions.
Why? Explain. Elaborate.
Why do I want more restrictions?
Make discussions before we can start make a video time until my internet comes back. Why do you want more restrictions on hunting rifles? Explain.
To stop deaths and mass shootings.
On hunting
Because-
rifles.
Dude, you know more than half...
The bolt action.
Yes, more than half of not mass shootings, but murder shootings were used by bolt action rifles.
I like bolt action rifles. Not the safest one though. If you're going to commit a murder, why would you want to use a bolt action rifle?
They're the cheapest.
Effort putting
They're
back.
one of the cheapest, that's why.
It's effort putting back the bolt. But then what guns would you allow hunters to use?
Well, no. I wouldn't say ban them. I'd say I control
What
them.
restrictions would you want?
Hmm.
Do
First
tell.
off, they're not the only kind of... They're not the only things to classify as hunting rifles, first off. You can have assault weapons, which you can have fully automatic.
It's 'cause the
classed as
deer
hunting
shoot back.
rifles. Pardon?
It's because the deer shoot back. They do.
Are you making Cook TV more comical?
The deer shoot back, guys, and you know that. That's why they need full
Assault rifles.
That,
Assault
Let me
rifles.
finish the joke.
They're technically.
That's why they need. Yeah, but an assault rifle could also be a single shot rifle.
No, you know what?
You
You know what? Let's get Bambi a gun.
Yes. No.
If Bambi had a gun, if Bambi's mum had a gun,
The argument isn't against the assault rifles being used because it makes sense for a semi-automatic assault rifle, even a fully automatic assault rifle to be used, like an M16 to be used because they can change it to a single shot rifle. They are far more accurate than the average, the old cheap bolt action rifles. What the argument is against is the armor-piercing rounds. Now I think it's what you're getting at more than assault rifles. Assault
and
rifles.
they shouldn't still use automatics.
No, but assault
Anything
rifles.
has automatic
Assault rifles. The
capability.
reason they use the assault rifles is because they use it on the single shot capability because it's more accurate than the cheap bolt action rifles, and they're more versatile than
Excepting.
Can you let me finish? They're more versatile than the sniper rifles and the M14 carbines and stuff like
The
that.
problem with that is that a price for the same thing as an automatic one. A good bolt action has better accuracy.
Yeah, the bolt action. It's still it can scare the deer behind the back.
And the gunshot one.
No. If you let me finish, because obviously with a fully automatic, even on single shot mode, you can go boom and then fire again quickly. With the bolt action, if you miss the deer once, it runs away. You have to pull the bolt action back.
Yeah.
That's why to me it makes sense. It's more accurate, or mildly accurate, and then you have the shooting in case you miss.
Or make one specifically for semi-automatic.
Yeah, well, that's what they do sometimes
Not
as well.
fully automatic.
Then fully automatic, you can still make the argument fully automatic for things such as shooting range. My grievance. We've gone from former president to gun control. Great. My grievance isn't necessarily with fully automatic weapons. I think they can have that. They're allowed to have any gun under the constitution. My point is the armor piercing rounds. Why armor piercing rounds? Are you afraid the duck has ballistic armor? Or in case Bambi has a tank? Really? Armor piercing rounds. Why would you need armor piercing rounds? There also should be a limitation on the amount of ammunition you're allowed to stock in your home. That's just. I think between 3 and 5 mags at a time. And you won't even need to use all them. That just makes sense. I'm sorry, but you shouldn't have more mags in your home than the average SAS soldier takes out on patrol with him, which is 3 or 4 mags.
Unless you're fighting a lot of burglars, and that's a lot.
A lot of burglars.
Unless you live in Tremorfa.
Unless you live in Tremorfa, I thought to say that. Unless you live in Tremorfa. Okay, so... Fucking hell, the internet's gone completely off. No, stop playing...
that just looks dodgy.
Stop playing with my dinosaur. Okay, so then what else do you like about Bernie Sanders whilst I'm playing the dinosaur game?
Oh, you're done. Oh, fuck's sake, Tom. Obviously, his economic economic
Okay,
policy.
well, his is an economic policy.
Raise taxes on business. Raise taxes on business. Raise taxes
Which,
on...
by the way, is shockingly low in America, and here, actually, right now. It's something like 16% in America and 17.5% here, which is just far, far, far too low.
Fun fact, this is a timed off topic, but if you raised corporation tax by 0.5%,
In the States,
you could
isn't
pay
it?
for all student grants.
Is that in the States or is it over here?
That's over here,
Yeah.
by 0.5%.
So I'd raise it by at least 5%.
Maybe I'm a little extreme, but I'll go a little more higher than that.
Like what? What is your ideal tax rate? Tax line then, Tom?
Big business. I don't know.
See, I personally, as I am...
45%, I guess.
No way.
Well, YouTubers, for example, get 55%.
Yeah, but that's...
Of their money taken.
Actually,
That's just from YouTube.
Yeah.
Then there's an extra 20%
you
back.
can let me finish before you go shouting. That is outrageous.
Yes.
And no one should be made to give half... just under or just over, or exactly right, half of their money to the government. That's just outrageous, no matter how much you earn. Half of your money to the government. Because obviously, you've got to think, with business tax, that's just one tax. And say you own your own business, no matter how big, no matter how small you are, top of that, you'll have to pay income tax. With your income, business tax is taxed on the profit of the business. Your income, if you own your company, and you're the only person who owns your company, your income is basically the profits from the business.
Taxation should only occur. Sorry, not occur. There. Should only occur after profits have been made.
No, you're missing the point. If for example you have business tax at 45%, I don't know, but we'll do it after the video. For example, if you have business rates at 45%, what about business owners whose income also relies on the business income, and then they have to take away the 45% of their business tax, which plus their income tax, which is usually sits around 50%.
But obviously business tax, you don't charge. Say, for example, you don't charge small business.
No, you're missing the point. You're missing the point. Even if you're a large business, it can still be owned by one person, can't it? So that's the point I'm trying to make. Obviously, with most MNCs, multinational companies, they're owned by a majority people, a board of people, and that's why it's fairer. They have to have different tax rates for smaller or single person owned businesses, and obviously then there should be different tax brackets for the size of your business.
Yeah, of course.
And the big, even no matter how big or small, the board of directors type businesses. And that's basically we really got off topic on this video.
Basically, we really need to tax them more.
Not to your extent, but more than we're taxing them right now. More than 17% or whatever ridiculous thing we're on now. And I'm conservative, that's bad. I'm really not a big fan of big business, but I've heard.
Local business is fucking
I'm not
brilliant.
an old-fashioned conservative.
And we all agree, local business is fucking brilliant.
Even just British business. It's the MNCs that are the bastards. Sorry, I shouldn't swear on my channel.
Dude, this is like New Labour. You're Nuke TV.
So I think my internet is just about to come back. Just came back on my phone. So there we go. We can now. Oh, for fuck's sake! No internet access.
Which really is Nuke TV.
There we go. Right now
You're the John Prescott of it.
Now we can look at. No, Steve is the John Prescott. I'm the Tony Blair.
So
right.
Steve's is eventually going to punch someone.
He probably already has.
Connect with the audience.
Right. So basically, right now we have up on Bernie Sanders' official pagey thing, caring for veterans, which Tom thought I'd like. So let's quickly.
Actually, a really
you
nice,
keep them entertained while I read this.
Actually, a really nice page design as well.
You don't look at your phone.
I'm not seeing my phone.
You talk to them, and I will read this.
My phone feminism.
As a nation, we have a moral obligation to provide the best quality care for those who put their lives on the line to defend us.
Oh, just read in your head.
I just want to read that line.
Yeah, I do like UKIP's. I'm guessing this is going to be similar to UKIP's policy of creating a department for veterans. Which
Oh
I do like.
no, they already have one. I know what this is about, right? In the States recently, there's been I say recently, back last year, there was a big sort of palaver about how the veterans were treated when they got home from war, and how the veteran healthcare centres are a bit crap and stuff like that. And that is basically what this is about. I didn't know that he's the former chairman of the Senate Veterans Affairs Committee.
Oh, wow.
Ooh.
One of senators.
Right, now to Martin O'Malley. Martin O'Malley is my personal... went dark really quickly. Martin O'Malley is my personal choice for President of America. He's your You're torn now, aren't you? You're rather torn now. We will read to you his 15 goals...
Tell me the Workers' Bill of Rights. Workers' Bill of Rights.
We'll read to you as well his 15 goals to rebuild the American dream.
My respect
When
went
did
down.
we go back to the 50s?
Yeah, my respect just went down a tiny little bit.
Well, why?
To rebuild the American dream.
It's just a catchy line. It made me click it, for fuck's sake, and if something makes me click it... Right, so firstly, his first goal is to increase American families' median net worth by $25,000. Great, how is he going to do this? Reach wage growth of 4% annually by 2018. Increase the number of families with adequate retirement savings by 50% within 8 years. Cut the pay gap between full-time men and women workers in half by 2025. Fun fact about the pay gap: if you take into account all the men and women's actual professions, not just the blind sort of statistic, it's not actually that massive. It's not actually that, because women tend to go into things such as I can never say the word, paediatricians, the child doctors, and stuff like that, which tend to have lower page, whereas men tend to go on to speak to such as neurosurgeons, which have the higher page. Which why a lot of people say it's a lot down to choice. It is, but there is. Can I wait a minute? There is still a pay gap in America which has to shrink and be equal. But the pay gap that a lot of feminists quote, I'm not talking normal feminists, I'm talking feminazis quote, is actually easily debunked when you say, oh, look at this, blah, blah, blah. It's actually quite easily debunked by having this massive pay gap. It's actually much smaller when you take job to job. There is still a pay gap which is entirely unfair. I just want to say that.
I've seen, but even in Britain, it's... And,
yeah,
and
it is.
It's also, may I just say something quickly? For example, you've seen the thing of, for example, pink items costing up to 75% more than blue items, for example. You've seen things like this. You figure that's stupid as fuck.
Yeah, but what pink items mean what?
Pink, look at you. If you were to buy a pink pen, it would cost more.
Oh yeah, but that is that. I think that's down to
because it's marketed for females.
No, I don't think it's that. I think it's down to pink dye being more expensive.
I somehow doubt it.
It might be. It may. I mean, look at purple. Purple used to be seen as a girl colour, and purple is also seen as a royal colour because it's the most expensive colour.
Yeah, but it's not expensive. It's just the rich people who show them of status by wearing it.
Yeah,
now it's back in the 1600s.
Because it was expensive. It's still now. Still now. But anyway,
dude.
On to the next point.
Am I rich?
No, but that's not proper dye, is it?
Yeah.
It's spelled. On to the next point. Number 2. This is going to be a long video. Right, actually, we're going to stop this video here. Basically, he supports slightly Sanders, slightly O'Malley. I support O'Malley. On the next video, I'm going to read out his 15 points thingy. We'll make this a two-parter. I'll read out his 15 points to make America a better place. And we'll really throw our support behind O'Malley. For no reason. I doubt any of you are American. But if you are, vote O'Malley.
Or Sanders.
Or any Democrat.
Fuck Clinton.
Also, just saying, I did support George Pataki on the Republican side, but he dropped out.
I support Rand Paul.
He supports Rand Paul.
They're all stupid and I hate them.
Well, no, George Pataki wasn't that stupid, nor was Rand Paul.
Sure.
So, until next time, which will be in about 30 seconds' time, from this video to the next video, probably about an hour apart for you guys, if that. Bye.
Or it could become lost thing, you know.
Yeah, like I lost my chance in this budget video I still can't find. Bye, guys.